Welcome to Waldstein Park in Brookline, Massachusetts, as this is Brookline High School Athletics on BATV. Today it's boys tennis action as the Wellesley Raiders are in town to take on the Brookline Warriors. Hello everyone, I'm Brad Kasnat, and we expect to see a great match here today. The Warriors coming in on a roll. They've won 5 straight games, have a record overall of 8-2, including a perfect 7-0 mark in Bay State Conference play. So the Warriors looking to continue that winning streak today. They'll face an opponent in the Wellesley Raiders, though, that sits on top of the Herget division in the Bay State Conference. Wellesley 7-3 overall record with a 6-1 match in conference play, and that one loss was against the Warriors earlier this season out in Wellesley. So the Warriors and Raiders getting set to take to the tennis courts here at Waldstein Park. We'll have all the action for you next right here on BATV.
Hard today when he does get the ball, and he's going to take it for over the court, and give me your point.
We're ready to get underway here at Waldstein Park. This will be our featured match today, the #1 singles matchup between Sam Canning of Wellesley and Alex Johnson of Brookline. Canning serving first. Canning of Wellesley in the red shirt and Johnson of Brookline in the white shirt. And there's an ace for Canning. Johnson puts that one over Canning's head. A nice recovery, though. But Canning can't get to that one. Nice point there by Johnson. $15-30 the score. That serve missed. Second serve for Canning. And a double fault. 15-40, and it is double break point for Johnson. Canning of the net puts one past Johnson. 30-40. Still break point for Johnson. These two have played already this season. This is the second time Brookline and Wellesley have gotten together. Earlier this season in Wellesley they played. Brookline won the match overall 3-2, and Johnson beat Canning in the #1 singles matchup. And there is a point for Canning. And we're at deuce. That return is long, so advantage to Canning. is the game for Canning. So Sam Canning of Wellesley battles back to take the first game. Johnson on serve now. Gets the second serve in. And that return is wide. So Johnson up 15-love. It's a matchup between two of the co-captains of their respective teams. Johnson, a junior, one of the captains of the Warriors. Canning, a senior, one of the Raiders captains. And that return long as well, so Johnson up 30-love. That return way long from Canning. Dropped in over the head. Johnson able to get the return. But can't put that one away. It's a point for Canning. (30-15) the score. Sorry, that was 40-15, and that's the game for Johnson. So games are even at 1-1. And now Canning to serve. Both these players held serve through the first two games. Nice shot for Canning. Spinning around to drop that one in front of Johnson. And it's 15-love. First serve long. That one just catches the net. That's 15-all. And that return is wide. So 30-15. Canning in the lead. And now 40-15, Canning leads it as Johnson unable to return that one. That return is long, so Canning takes the game. Everyone's held serve so far. Wellesley's Sam Canning a 2-1 lead over Brookline's Alex Johnson in the first set. Johnson serving now, as he'll try to even up this set. And puts that one past Canning to go up 15-love. That first serve a rocket, but long. Second serve. Canning evens it up at 15-all. Very pleasant afternoon here at Waldstein Park. Temperatures hovering around 60 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. With a shade creeping across this court number 1. 15-all the score. And another return by Johnson doesn't clear the net, so Canning ahead 15-30. That shot just goes long. And now it is break point for Canning, 15-40. Johnson able to force a bad return there. 30-40 the score now. Still break point for Canning. And Johnson at the net. Gets it to deuce. That return long from Canning, so advantage to Johnson as he tries to hold serve. Even the game's up at 2 apiece. And Canning unable to keep the return in, so Johnson does hold serve. And game score is even at 2-2. Sam Canning on serve now. Misses with the first. And a nice second serve by Canning. He'll go up 15-love. First serve misses. And there's a nice shot by Canning. 30-love. The lead for the Raiders captain. And now 40-loves. So a few chances at game point for Canning. First serve missed. And there's a double fault. Puts Johnson on the board. It's 40-15. Still a couple chances at game point for Canning. Misses with the first. Canning really going for it on these first serves. And that return misses. So Canning holds serve once again. Still have yet to see a break of serve. And Wellesley's Sam Canning leads Brookline's Alex Johnson now 3-2 in the first set of the #1 singles matchup. So Johnson set to serve. We'll try to even this match up once again, as we have yet to see any breaks of serve. It was Johnson that actually had the best chance at it with a break point in the first set, but Canning able to hold on. That return missed, so Johnson up 15-love. Looked to be a let serve there. There's a good serve. Long return. Johnson up 30-love. Canning drops that one in short. Nice shot. It's 30-15. Johnson sends that one by, so it's 40-15. Game point for Johnson. And that is the game in favor of Johnson. So still, everyone's held serve, and we are tied back up at 3 games apiece between Alex Johnson of the Brookline Warriors and Sam Canning of the Wellesley Raiders in this top flight singles matchup. So now Canning. On serve. Up at the net, places one past Johnson. 15 love. First serve misses. And Canning's shot in the net, so 15 all. Nice shot for Johnson. Puts it right past Canning. 15-30 our score. And there's a nice serve from Canning. Johnson unable to return, so 30 all. Puts Canning up 40-30. So game point for Canning as he tries to hold serve. And that return goes long, so Canning does indeed hold serve. We have yet to see a break of serve in this match, as Sam Canning leads Alex Johnson 4-3 in this first set. So Johnson will try to even things up here. play that one off the ground over the net, so 15 love. That return is long. Evens it up at 15 all. Nice shot by Canning, sends Johnson off balance. And it's 15-30. Canning leading in this game. And that shot was long, so 15-40 break point here for Canning. And as this match goes on, it makes these opportunities to break serve as Johnson gets a point there, so it's 30-40. We haven't seen a break of serve yet, so any chance to break serve would be huge in this match. Second serve for Johnson. Johnson keeps it alive. What a rally there. So after a discussion there, they decided that was Canning's point, as there was a double bounce on a shot that Johnson played earlier in the rally. What a rally nonetheless. But Canning breaks serve. There's no officials or umpires here at this level, so the players call their own, make their own calls on whether the ball is in or out, and in that case, 2 bounces before Johnson hit it. So that puts Canning up 5-3. In this match, and is serving for the set here. $15 love. I believe the score is actually love 15 on the second serve. That return long. So I believe we're at love 30. Indeed we are. it's Love 40. So now Johnson with triple break point, a chance to break right back after Canning finally broke serve in the last game. 5-3 the game score. First serve goes long. And there's the game to Johnson. He breaks serve. And it's 5-4 after a pair of breaks. Wellesley's Sam Canning leading Brookline's Alex Johnson in the first set at Top Flight Singles. So after each side broke, Johnson will be serving to even up this set once again at 5. Second serve. Canning puts that return just out of reach. Love 15. Love 30 now. Johnson couldn't get a solid hit on that one. Up 5-4. If Canning can break here, he'll take the first set. Second serve upcoming, Love 30. Johnson gets that point, 15-30. $15-40 now. Break point for the set for Canning. First serve is long. And Canning takes the first set, 6-4. So after each player held serve through the beginning, 3 straight breaks of serve to end the first set. And Wellesley's Sam Canning, 6-4 over Brookline's Alex Johnson. We'll be back for the second set in just a bit. This is Brookline High School Tennis on BATV. Set to get underway in the second set. Canning will begin on serve. A nice shot there from Canning. Up 15 love. Sam Canning, one of the captains of the Wellesley Raiders, a senior. He's serving, wearing red, against Brookline's Alex Johnson, one of the Warriors captains, a junior, in white. 15 love, second serve. A nice serve from Canning, second serve, and he goes up 30 love. First serve misses. Second serve as well. Double fault. I think that may be our first double fault of this match. Not sure we had one in the first set. Shows you what a well-played match this has been. 30-15. Canning up the net a little too much on that one, and it's 30 all. Johnson dropped that one in nicely. First serve misses. And it's break point for Johnson. And Johnson breaks serve to begin the second set. So after these players each held serve for the first 7 games of this match, the last 4 have all seen breaks of serve. Johnson serving up 1 love now in the second set. And Johnson up 15 love. I mentioned these two did play each other at top flight singles when these two teams met earlier this season in Wellesley. That return was long, so 15 all. Johnson was a 6-4, 6-2 winner in that meeting. 15 all. Nice serve. Canning can't do anything with it, and it's 30-15. Now 40-15. Game point for Johnson. Double fault there, and it's 40-30. Still game point. Johnson gets it after a great rally. Finally, someone holds serve. And Brookline's Alex Johnson takes a 2-games-to-love lead in this second set over Wellesley's Sam Canning. So now Canning to serve. First serve misses. And a double fault. Love 15. Canning can't put that one away at the net, and it's love 30. Over the head of Canning. And it's break point for Johnson. Love 40. $15.40 now, but still break point. Mentioned in that earlier meeting between Brookline and Wellesley as a team, the score was 3-2. Brookline won it. So a close match and every victory critical as Johnson breaks serve there, and he's on a roll now with a 3-games-to-love lead in this second set. Two breaks of serve already for the Warriors' Alex Johnson in this second set. He's up 3-games-to-love. And on serve now against the Raiders' Sam Canning. Second serve. Mishit that return. Won't get over the net, so love 15. And Canning gets a nice bounce off the net. Love 30. Johnson drops that one in front of the net. 15-30. First serve misses. And that return goes wide, so it's 30 all. Johnson evened it back up. It's a nice first serve. And Canning on the return. It's 30-40 break point for Canning. This would be a huge break for Canning, trailing 3-love in the second set. First serve long. And a double fault gives Sam Canning his first game of the second set. Warriors' Alex Johnson now leading the Raiders' Sam Canning 3-1 after Canning took the first set. Now Canning to serve. Second serve. That return just wide. That's love 15. Another point for Johnson. That return just long. Love 30. And Canning blast one by from up at the net. 15-30. Second serve for Canning. And that return long, so it's 30 all. First serve misses. There's a long return, so 30-40 break point for Johnson. And this would be a big break to answer right back. First serve misses. A nice shot for Canning. That gets us to deuce. Shot was out off the racket of Canning, so advantage to Johnson. As he again tries to break serve. An ace for Sam Canning. Back to deuce. That ball lands out as Johnson tried to drop it in over Canning's head. And now Canning the advantage, serving for the game. A rocket of a first serve, but not clearing the net from Canning. And that return from Canning long, so back to deuce. It's the most tightly contested game we have seen so far in this match. And now it'll be advantage to Johnson. It's coming at a critical point in the second set as well. Johnson with a 3-1 lead after Canning took the first set, so if Johnson able to break here, he'll be looking good in this second set. Nice serve from Canning, and we're back to deuce. First serve out. And a double fault. Advantage Johnson. Another chance to break. And Johnson able to break serve. It's now 4-1. Alex Johnson leading Sam Canning in this second set. That was the third break of serve for Johnson in this second set. And now Johnson serving, up 4-1. First serve misses. That return is long. Love 15. Canning catches the net, and Johnson can do nothing with it. Love 30. Net. Return is long. So triple break point for Canning. Love 40. And Canning breaks serve. So it's now 4-2. Johnson's leading the second set. Canning took the first set 6-4. So these 6 games so far in the second set, 5 of them have seen a break of serve. Now Canning back on serve. And a nice shot off the net. Not much Johnson could do about that one. Love. Let serve on the first serve, so another first serve for Canning, up 15-love. That one misses, so now second serve. And the return sails long on Johnson's 30-love. Second serve upcoming. Point to Johnson. 30-15. And Johnson evens it up 30-30. It's a good serve from Canning, but Johnson able to get to it. Even things up 30-30. 4-2. Johnson lead this second set. Second serve for Canning. Return by Canning is long, and it is break point for Johnson. 30-40 after 3 straight points for the Warriors. Let serve. Another first serve chance for Canning. Another let serve. That one just a half an inch perhaps lower, and it doesn't clear the net, so now second serve. Still break point 30-40 for Johnson. And a double fault there gives Johnson the win. Now up 5-2. in the second set. So the Warriors' Alex Johnson serving for the second set here and looking to force a decisive third set against the Raiders' Sam Canning. Johnson up at the net. Puts that one right by Canning. And it's 15-love. Second serve is in. And the return sails on Canning. Johnson up 30-love. And that return goes long. 40-love, set point for Johnson. Second serve. Point for Canning, it's 40-15. Still 2 set points though for Johnson. And that is the set. Alex Johnson takes the second set, and we go to a decisive third set here at Top Flight Singles. 6-2. Johnson takes set 2 after Canning took the first set 6-4. Third set coming up next. This is Brookline Warriors Tennis on BATV. Third set getting underway. Canning will begin on serve. Sam Canning of the Wellesley Raiders in red. Alex Johnson of the Brookline Warriors in white as Canning puts that one away. $15-love. So Canning takes the first set 6-4. Johnson gets the second set 6-2. First serve misses. This third set will decide the Top Flight Singles winner here today. And that return out, so 15-all. An important match for both these teams as well. These are 2 teams atop the standings in their respective divisions of the Bay State Conference. It's 15-all here. First serve misses. Warriors 7-0, undefeated in league play. Sit atop the Cary division. Tied for first place. The Raiders 6-1. That first serve is out. Or that's the second serve actually rather. So that is a point for Johnson, and it is 15-30. And Johnson gets that over Canning's head, but it goes long, so we're at 30 all. Wellesley is 6-1 in the Bay State Conference. That one loss was against these Warriors. They are still on top of the Herget division. 30 all. Second serve upcoming. Warriors are on a 5-match winning streak entering today. And Johnson can't quite return that. Nice play from Canning there. Good effort from Johnson to get to that. But it's 40-30. Game point for Canning on serve. First serve misses off the net. Second serve. A double fault, and it's deuce. Canning can't play that one off the court, and it is advantage to Johnson. So Johnson now a chance to break serve to open up this third set. First serve misses. And a double fault. Johnson does break serve and takes the first game of the third set. So now Johnson will serve. Up 1-0 in the third set. First serve misses. Johnson's shot was long. Love 15. First serve misses. And Johnson got too much of that one, so it's love 30. There's a nice shot from Johnson. 15-30. And Johnson drops it in front of the net. 30 all. Second serve. Shot goes long. Game point for Johnson, 40-30. And we're at deuce. First serve misses. And a nice serve on the second serve from Johnson that Canning sends back into the net. So advantage Johnson. Another game point for the Warriors. Sneaky little shot there from Canning. And we are back at deuce. Second serve. And a nice shot from Johnson. Once again, game point for Johnson as he has the advantage. Oh, and what a point that Johnson wins to take this game. And Alex Johnson of Brookline takes a 2-games-to-love lead in the third set over Sam Canning of Wellesley. So now Canning will serve. And Canning caught up the net by Johnson, love 15. Johnson's return misses wide in the doubles alley. So it's 15 all. Johnson can't scoop that one over the net. 30-15. Second serve. Into the net. 30 all. Nice serve by Canning. That's game point, 40-30. Second serve. Deuce. And a nice shot from Alex Johnson. Advantage to Johnson. Break point. Already leading 2-0 in this third set is Johnson. And a nice serve from Canning gets it right back to Deuce.
How many times do you have to tell yourself that you can't beat him?
And there's a nice return from Johnson. Another break point for Johnson. So it is advantage to the Warriors. And an ace for Canning. Back to Deuce. Coming up with that ace right when he needs it most. First serve out. Canning able to save that one near his foot, force a bad shot from Johnson. And it is advantage to Mr. Canning now, as he will once again try to put this game away. Second serve upcoming, as the first serve was a let. And the game goes to Sam Canning of Wellesley, though Alex Johnson of Brookline still with the 2-1 lead in this decisive third set.
Go, Sam.
Johnson back on serve. That return goes long. Love 15. Love 30. That's Canning. Made it a tough shot for Johnson there. Second serve. Another point for Canning, and it's love 40, triple break point for Canning as he looks to even up this third set. And Sam Canning breaks serve. So we are tied 2-2 in the third set. So now Canning will serve. And a big game here. All tied at 2. First serve is good. But Canning's return long. Love 15. Second serve. And the second serve misses, so it's love 30 on a double fault. Nice first serve. The return is forced wide, and it's 15-30. Canning has been tough when that first serve's been working. Second serve coming now. And a double fault, 15-40. Break point for Johnson. Double break point. In a third set that is tied at 2 games apiece. First serve misses. And Alex Johnson of Brookline takes the game, breaks serve, and takes a 3-2 lead over Sam Canning of Wellesley in the third set. So Johnson will serve now, leading 3-2. First serve misses. And Johnson fires that one past Canning. 15-love. Second serve on the way. Return sales on Johnson. And it is 15-all. First serve misses. And Canning gets a bad hit on that one. So it's 30-15. And that shot from Johnson goes long. And it's 30-all. Canning puts that return into the net, so game point for Johnson, 40-30. He's looking to extend a 3-2 lead in this third set. And that first serve was out. So we'll do it again. And a double fault, so we're at deuce. First serve misses. And a nice shot by Johnson. Advantage to Johnson, and now he will have another game point. And Johnson takes the game. Brookline's Alex Johnson now leading Wellesley's Sam Canning 4-2 in this decisive third set. Canning now on serve. It's the first point of this one. 15 love. And there's a point for Johnson. That'll leave it up 15 all. Ooh, nice serve by Canning. 30-15. And that return long. Game point for Canning, 40-15. Double fault. Johnson stays alive in this game, but still game point for Canning, 40-30 now. And deuce. Canning showing some frustration there. He's unable to put this game away. We're in deuce. Serve missed. And that return was long, so advantage to Canning. First serve misses. Good second serve. And Sam Canning of Wellesley wins that game, but Alex Johnson of Brookline still with a 4-3 lead in this third set. So Johnson on serve now, leading 4-3 in the third set. The first set went to Sam Canning, 6-4. The second set to Alex Johnson, 6-2. And Johnson puts that one away. So up 15 love. And a nice serve there from Johnson. Cannon can do nothing on the return, and it's 30 love. Forty love now, game point for Johnson. And Alex Johnson takes the game. 5-3 leads it now. And if Johnson can break serve here, he will win the match. Sam Canning trying to stay alive for the Raiders. Serving to keep this one going. First serve is good. Turn into the net. Johnson up love 15. First serve misses. And Canning's return there is long, so it's love 30. First serve misses. And there Canning gets a point. It's 15-30. Second serve upcoming. And the return lands wide in the doubles alley, so it is 15-40, double match point on the break for Alex Johnson. Second serve upcoming. And what a shot to end it on. Game, set, match. Alex Johnson of Brookline defeats Sam Canning of Wellesley at Top Flight Singles in 3 sets, 4-6, 6-2, 6-3. And the Top Flight Singles point goes to the Warriors. So the Warriors take the point at top flight singles and have actually made it a clean sweep of the singles matches today to clinch this match against the Wellesley Raiders. Alex Johnson, as we saw at top flight singles, winning that in 3 sets. Elliot Rozovsky playing number 2 singles, getting the win, and Alex Chin at number 3 singles. All wins for the Warriors, so that makes it a clean sweep for Brookline across the singles matches and is enough to win this match against Wellesley. So the Warriors, with their 6th straight win, improved to 9-2 overall and 8-0 in Bay State Conference play, while the Raiders get handed just their 2nd loss in conference play of the season. Wellesley falls to 6-2. Both those Bay State Conference losses are to the Brookline Warriors. Wellesley now 7-4 overall. Over on the doubles matches, we had Ethan Chapman and Jack Mykrantz of Wellesley. They took the first doubles match. Second doubles still going on as we wrap up our coverage here, but Warriors with a clean sweep of the singles able to take this match from Wellesley. So thanks for joining us today here on BATV. I'm Brad Kasnet saying so long from Waldstein Park.